all aboard for excitement as we tell stories of trains from the island of Sodor. Yes, that's what happens in this series of books, the Railway series. Hi, I'm Zach Drake, and for these last 42 videos, I've been giving my narrations of the 42 books of the Railway series. The first 26 books were written by the Reverend Wilbur Awdry between the years of 1945 and 1972. The next 16 were written by his son Christopher Awdry between 1983 and 2011. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, and I imagine it's only a few, this was the series of books that inspired the famous TV show Thomas and Friends, which has been entertaining kids from the small screen since 1984. What got me more into the books was they were the original material for these stories, and I also heard that the quality of the show has been going downhill recently, especially with its most recent reboot. Now to the books themselves. What do I personally think of them? Well, I personally enjoyed reading them. There were details in these stories that I did not get from the episode adaptations, and I must admit, some books I enjoyed narrating more than others. And considering the view count on all these narrations, I can see that you viewers feel the same way. What I think the books did well was they were able to take inanimate objects, in this case trains, and actually give them human characteristics with actual faces and talking, and show that they can actually learn lessons too, which makes a lot of sense considering the amount of lessons they learn throughout the stories. Some minor things I think could have been better was there were some minor illustration errors here and there, and sometimes the stories can get quite long when they could be a bit shorter, but that's just my opinion on it. I'm sure you guys have lots of others yourselves. Lastly, one concept that I noticed that repeatedly came in these stories was the concept of characters' words coming to bite them back in some way. There are countless stories where one of the engines will say something without thinking much about it, and then later on in the story they get their comeuppance in some sort of way, whether it be an outside force or another character guiding them to learning their lesson. But that's just something I noticed throughout these stories. So, my last opinion, do I think these books are worth reading? Absolutely. The stories can be pretty fun, and I do like some of the adaptations they made for the Thomas and Friends series. As a matter of fact, if I ever do watch the series, it's usually the first 6 seasons or so. But anyway, I do think the books are good to read. If I didn't, I wouldn't have provided my own narrations for them on my channel. So that should be key evidence enough that I think these are good for reading. So, that's my overall commentary on the Railway series. See you all next time, and have a Happy New Year!